Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halayim La, Ahalayanah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and have taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad within these last days. To you I say, Shalom. And I want to bring out this lesson, something real quick in the spirit. You got people out here now, this Sakari group, saying things like, David, King David is not going to sit on his throne, and this group here, you can't even be mad at them no more, man. If you're still watching that group Sakari, then the Lord has allowed you to listen to false prophets, and for someone to make that statement, how King David is not going to sit on the throne, I mean, what next? They talked about Peter, they talked about Yahweh Shai. Now they talk about King David, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start talking about Yahweh next. But King David is going to sit on his throne. You're going to have Yahweh Shai, Shalak, you're going to have Yahweh, then you're going to have Yahweh Shai, and then you're going to have King David, and then you're going to have the 144,000 men, which is the governing body. So, I mean, if you can receive it, then you can receive it. If you can't, then, I don't know what else to tell you. King David, was Moses. The first king was Moses reincarnated. And also who we think King David was King Marsha. And again, no one is going to, bash anyone if you can't receive it. It is what it is. But in my spirit, I do believe that, Moses was King David and also King Marsha. So, again, going back to what I was saying, King David, he will, and I was going to do a lesson on this, but I, got caught up in some, I'll just say other things. And, I have a few more lessons to do, but I want to bring this one out first. King David is going to sit on his throne, man. I'm going to read a few precepts. There are a bunch of them that I can go through, but I'm just going to read a few. And Yaharatazah, someone will be edified. This is the book, First Maccabees, chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 54. Pioneses, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of the everlasting priesthood. Yahweh Shai, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Caleb, I'll read it. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. And of course, Caleb, he went into the promised land. And here's the point, verse 57. David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. So that's right. King David, King David is going to sit on his throne, man. And it will be an everlasting kingdom, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. You have Yahweh Shai, King David, and the hopeful 144, man. Or the 144,000 men. And I'm going to I'll probably bring out a few more. I'm not going to get into all of these, because the lesson will be long. But let me see. This is the book of Deuteronomy. I'm going to read verse 30, Shalaki. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, and I'm going to read verse 4. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. And he was king in Jeshurun when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together. So I want to bring this up because, the first king was Moses, and reincarnated, you know, later on in time, you know, was King David. You know, that's why the Lord allowed King David to rule, you know, in Israel, you know, and, you know, told, you know, pretty much took that spot from Saul, man, because Saul was being wicked. You know, so King David, you know, his and that's what we're doing, man. Yahweh Batazah, we are rebuilding the tabernacle of King David, man. You know, but a lot of our people today, they don't understand that, man. You know, see, because this thing is spiritual. You know, for a group to be out there talking about reality TV shows, wearing fitted caps, not keeping the Passover, you know, saying that Peter's word is Peter's writings are not the word of the Most High. You know, the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with that group, man. The house of Saul. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and I'm gonna read it, verse 20. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And what stick is this talking about? A 12 tribes chart, man. That's why when you see the brothers out there prophesying, the men of great millstone, you know, and even a brother like myself, we're out there with a 12 tribes chart. You got people out here talking, oh, I don't believe in the 12 tribe chart. You know, well, if you don't believe in 12 tribe chart, the Spirit ain't dealing with you, man. Because it's written in the scriptures. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and I'm going to start at verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord our power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation, right, in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king, which is King David, shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. So that's right, man. You know, you can read about that, you know, because there was a split. You know, you can read about that in 2 Samuel chapter 13, you know, and I want to say this, 2 Samuel, either chapter 13 or verse, 2 Samuel chapter 13 or 2 Samuel chapter 12 or verse, or chapter 14, Shalakia, but I definitely know it's 2 Samuel chapter 13. You know, there was a split made, you know, but in the latter end, the Lord is going to cause the Israelites to come back together, man. And the kingdom will all be together. This is the book of Ezekiel, Ezekiel chapter 37, and I'm going to read verse 23. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with the detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of their dwelling places. And who's going to be saved, man? The Israelites, starting with 144,000 men, man. Wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them, so shall they be my people, and I will be their power. Here's the point, verse 24. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd, which is Yahweh Shai. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. So that's right, man. You know, this is talking about the kingdom, man. You know, and David, he will sit on his throne. Period. You know, and let me see if I can bring something out real quick, man. Let me see. For time's sake, I'm gonna try to keep it short because you know, Jake got a really short attention span. You know, Jake likes things that are entertaining. You know, but when it comes to edification, you know, Jake don't want to hear stuff like that. Let me see here. You know what? I'm going to read. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 11. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. Let me see. And I will raise up the ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. So that's right, man. You know, this has not happened yet, you know, but it will happen in the kingdom. You know, you can read more about that in 1 Kings, you know, the 12th chapter. You know, so yeah, man. I'm going to keep reading. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord, that doeth this. So that's right, man. You know, this has not happened yet. You know, but it will happen. In the kingdom, we will possess the heathen. And King David will sit on his throne. You know, and the laws, statutes, and commandments will be written in our inward parts. You get it? Not going to keep this lesson too much longer. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, and I'm going to read verse 31. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shalt call his name Yahushua. He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord our power shall give unto him the throne of his father David. Right? And the highest is Yahushua, man. And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his kingdom there shall be no end. So that's right, man. In the kingdom of heaven, you know, King David is going to sit on his throne. You know, Yahushua is going to be above King David, and then it's going to be Yahweh. You know, if your spirit can receive it, then it can. You know, but if not, you know, I completely understand. You know, this wasn't for everyone. You know, and again, I was going to do this lesson, you know, I want to say yesterday or this morning, but, you know, stuff got to me, and then, you know, I wound up, you know, talking to a few of the brothers and also the elder, you know, about some stuff. So, you know, I just wanted to bring out this quick lesson real quick in the spirit, Israel. You know, King David is going to sit on his throne, man. You know. And this is and with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here, Israel. Shalom. I hope this lesson was edifying. Just something real quick in the spirit. You know, you can read the book of Psalm, chapter 132. You know, that's a heavy chapter. You know. So, you know. And also you can read the book of Psalm, chapter 89. That's a heavy chapter too. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 3, and I'm going to read verse 5. I'll start at verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord our power, and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. Kol halayim la ahalayin our Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Shalom.